A report from the American Cancer Society finds a concerning rise in cancer deaths for people under the age of 50. Michael George explains.
It's been nearly 10 years since Diane Nathaniel learned she had stage 3 colorectal cancer. She says she was misdiagnosed for years.
I complained of constipation, and I was always told I was anemic, so given iron pills, kind of dismissive. I complained of migraines, a weight loss.
Eventually, she suffered rectal bleeding. A colonoscopy found a more than 5-centimeter mass. She was just 44 years old.
I was terrified, also knowing that I had 3 children, I had a husband, a whole life ahead of me.
Colorectal cancer is now the leading cause of cancer death in men under 50 and second for women in the same age group, according to the American Cancer Society.
All we really know is it has to be broadly in something environmental. When we see this cohort effect, it's not inherited genetic mutations or something else that's part of the germline. This has to be some sort of exposure or diet change.
Prevention is key. The American Cancer Society recommends starting colorectal screening at age 45.
The percentage of folks who actually undergo screening under the age of 50 remains low. Increasing screening rates, I think, would be incredibly important.
Overall, cancer mortality continues to decline, but that progress is being threatened by a rise in diagnoses of common cancers such as breast and prostate. Diane needed surgery and a dozen rounds of chemotherapy. She now shares her story to educate others and help reduce disparities in healthcare.
So for 10 years, I had been complaining since I was 34, and I just felt like no one really listened. And as a Black woman, these are things that we deal with.
She says, advocate for yourself and go get screened. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
The American Cancer Society reminds screening guidelines are for people at average risk. It's typically recommended to begin screening 10 years earlier from when an immediate family member receives a cancer diagnosis.